BlackRock is finally moving away from DEI, which means games will be saved. Or at least that would have been the case if it were actually true. So, just a quick talking about this subject that's come up today. First off, my name's Ojiro. I work in games. That's what I really care about. I largely don't care about most of corporate America, but I loathe BlackRock. BlackRock pushed a lot of stuff like ESG into a lot of programs, pushing for DEI in a lot of private companies. And a lot of people in the game space lost their collective minds. This article came out today talking about how BlackRock is getting rid of its DEI programs. And suddenly everyone was like, we're saved. We did it. Like, we won. Just a bit of a problem, though. If you actually read down a little further into the article, it talks about how the company that is still committed to its core principles that have brought success, blah, 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 combining its talent management and DEI teams to form a new team called the Global Talent and Culture Team, led by this Nick Avery feller, which is, I couldn't really tell exactly what his role was, and this Michelle Gadsden Williams, which has been in DEI for like 20 plus years. Now, the thing with a lot of DEI programs right now is they understand that they are at risk of being shut down in various corporations. So they do what cockroaches generally do, and they try and scatter. We saw this in the U.S. federal government when the current administration said we're getting rid of DEI programs. We had some individuals that tried to change their titles and move to different locations. And in the case of the federal government, you're just not going to get away with that. Someone's going to find out. You're going to get fired. No chance of working out in that sense. But when it comes to these private companies, we have seen time and time again where these companies say, hey, we're going to move away from DEI. And then they just don't do anything because words are cheap. One of the weirdest examples was Harley Davidson. They were like, oh, we're getting rid of it because no one likes it. And then they just proceeded to still have their head of DEI working at the company and their DEI role. There was absolutely no change. It was all talk. And with a lot of these companies, they've said, hey, as long as you're doing the work, it doesn't matter what the name is. In this case, you're still going to get the same DEI out of BlackRock. It's just going to be out of the talent and culture team. I'm not surprised in terms of BlackRock's. I'm surprised that I think it's Larry Fink is the head of that. I should probably check that before. Larry, Larry Fink. I got it. So Larry Fink is kind of a joke. He has lost a ton of money for people over the last a number of years pushing for this DEI garbage. They took this misunderstood concept where they were like, oh, if it's a more diverse board, that means you should have more diverse opinions, which means you should get more money because you have like a broader perspective on things. Generally, that is not true. Just because you have people that are diverse doesn't mean that they are bringing anything special to the table. It really depends on the company, what you're doing. And in the game space, you need people that are passionate about being creative. You need people that actually give a damn. And instead, we've been getting a lot of people that fit the check mark or fill that checkbox for diversity and ESG, but they're actually not creative. They're largely idiots. We've had a flood of morons in the games industry where they come in, they can't make anything, and then the immediate thing to blame is gamers because heaven forbid any of these people take responsibility for making a bad product. So if anyone's saying that this is like a huge win, this is not. This is just a name change. And I know that BlackRock has said, hey, we're going to chill things out because we don't want to get in trouble with current U.S. administration with policies and so forth. That doesn't mean it's going away. They're just going to change how it's done. They're not going to be as open about it. They're going to try and skulk in the darkness, and be morons doing things like that. So yeah, don't treat this as a big win. This is not, I guess this is like phase 2 because you're moving away from DEI into the more bridge style, like hidden garbage. Um, yeah, uh, that's about it. It's it is what it is. It's unfortunate. I was hoping for more concrete things in the private sector, but if BlackRock's just going to try and camouflage their efforts, I imagine they're going to have uh, folks that are part of their portfolio. They're going to tell them to do the same and try and hide. But that's it for today. That's I yeah. Farewell, guys.